Howdy, welcome back. I am Austin. I am the independent developer building Stuff, which is a new to-do list app for iPhone and iPad and more platforms soon, hopefully. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's been a couple of months since I've made one of these updates, but there is some good stuff happening, and I wanted to make sure that everybody here stays in the loop, including you. So I wanted to give a quick update of where we're headed and provide some exciting news as well. So first of all, over the last couple of months, Stuff has seen a few different updates. Most of these updates weren't super flashy, which is the reason they haven't had a video made for them, but they were really important updates. So they included a lot of fixes to blips and meltdowns, which is essentially what we call bugs and crashes, and things in general that'll make your life hopefully better on Stuff and kind of just make Stuff easier to use for you. So that's been my focus. And although it's not quite as flashy, they are things that I think are really going to be important in the long term as you really dive into and invest in Stuff and trust Stuff as your to-do list app of choice to manage all of the tasks that you have going on. I really want it to be a place where you can trust it and you're not questioning, if it's going to crash if you do a certain action. So there's a surprising amount of complexity in Stuff when we come to things like dependencies, plans, deadlines, how all of these things interact with each other, tags, filtering tags, lists, spaces, and tasks. There's a lot going on. So it might seem really simple on the surface, which is good because that's what I'm going for. But there's a lot under the hood that's helping it feel simple and work really, really smoothly. So that's going to continue to be the case. Some people have wondered about like my investment into Stuff in the future. I'll be honest, I'm a huge to-do list person, and I have fully moved over onto Stuff as my to-do list app of choice. I might be a little biased, but there was a long time when I was developing Stuff when I couldn't move over onto it because it wasn't built out enough and it wasn't powerful enough. So anyways, where I'm going with that is Stuff will continue to be invested in by me for as long as I use to-do lists, which is forever. The only way, to be completely open with you, that Stuff would stop receiving development support is if I really just don't have an audience for it and I need to focus on other things that are going to help me make money for our family financially. So the good thing is that Stuff is doing really well and I see a lot of promise in the future of it. So yeah, I'm doubling down, if anything, on the development of Stuff. And ideally, like, this will be the thing that I work on for the next 40 or 50 years. So I don't think you need to worry about that at all. But at the same time, thank you for those who subscribe and thank you for sharing it with your friends and everything like that, because that helps make it a viable thing for me. I don't work on Stuff full time right now, but I would like to get to that point. So again, all of the sharing that you're doing and using Stuff, super, super helpful. All the feedback you provide, it's really helpful for me to get Stuff to the next level. So I really appreciate that. So let's talk about what that next level is. iOS 26 was announced last month. iOS 26, iPadOS 26, all of the 26s. And Stuff is going to be totally ready to take advantage of a lot of those new features that are coming out in iOS 26. So the main one that I've been focusing on is getting Stuff into alignment with the new liquid glass design and general design system updates as part of iOS 26. And you can actually check those out right now on the Stuff beta. So I will post a link to join the beta. And the great thing about being on the beta is that you can also try out all of the membership features for free as well. So I don't leave the beta open for very long, but when there are big new updates like this that I really would like to get your thoughts on and have you try out, I'll open up a beta so you can hop onto that. So if you were on the test flight beta before, you'll need to rejoin this one to see all those new iOS 26 improvements. Beyond the design system, there are some things that I'm really excited about for iOS 26. I don't think I'm ready to announce them just quite yet, but I do think there'll be things that you're really excited about. So I'm excited to bring them to you. They're definitely things that I've gotten a bunch of feature requests on, and some things that I actually haven't heard any feature requests on, but I've been thinking of and wanting to do for some time. So I want to get that into your hands as well. Update on the Mac app is Mac app is probably pushed out a little bit, and that's because I am prioritizing iOS 26 features and I want to be ready for that. So Mac app is pushed out a little bit. The good thing is there are some things that I'm doing at the same time, making the app ready for iOS 26 that are actually going to make the transition to Mac smoother. So yes, Mac app is coming, and I realize for a lot of you power users, a Mac app is a must in order to completely jump over to stuff. I totally get that because I feel the same way. Uh, for those of you who are trying to make stuff work in the meantime, like me, the iPad app is really, really terrific, if I do say so myself. So I use the iPad app a ton. I actually prefer it over the iPhone version. The other thing that I do when I am on my Mac is I use iPhone mirroring, which is a new feature released in Sequoia, and you can actually mirror your iPhone screen to your Mac. I use that to, manage my to-do list while I'm on my Mac. So I have stuff open up on my iPhone from iPhone mirroring on Mac. So again, it's kind of a workaround, right? But yeah, I think that it actually kind of has held me over. And again, a Mac app is still on the roadmap and is actually still really high priority for me because I am a big Mac user. Last thing, there is an update that just came out today, which is bringing new controls to stuff. So controls came out last year, and it's not something that I was able to prioritize yet, but it is something that I did want to get to, and I have gotten a good amount of feature requests for it. So yes, like the old version, which is actually the current version on the App Store, is still getting updates. And controls are now live. So you can do things like get directly to your inbox from your lock screen or control center, get directly to today, or open up stuff to the new add tasks view. So those things are live. Again, a bunch of other things being worked on. You can check out the stuff roadmap. I'll drop that link, and that has everything that's happening. But I did want to provide this update. So thanks for tuning in. Again, thanks for your continued support of stuff. If you have any questions, let me know. You can email me. You can message me on Twitter. Anything you want. Again, thank you so much, and look forward to talking to you soon. All right, have a good day. See ya.